There are no ordinary people. Everyone has a gift. They just have to find it. And when they do, what they're capable of is extraordinary. These are social entrepreneurs, people who have identified their passions, developed their unique talents, and are dedicated to using them to help others improve their lives. Teachers, professors, former gang leaders, former prisoners, entrepreneurs, grassroots organizers, policymakers, and more. The Seminar Network is a platform to supercharge these inspiring social entrepreneurs who are tackling the major problems of our time. Our platform matches social entrepreneurs with complementary partners and supports them with a broad range of capabilities so they can dramatically increase their effectiveness and scale. And it's working beyond what I ever imagined. In communities, consider the story of Scott Strode. For years, Scott battled with alcohol and drug addiction. But through the power of fitness and a supportive community, he transformed his life and created the Phoenix to help others do the same. Scott and his team understand the problem of addiction firsthand, and they are twice as effective as the best treatment centers in the country. Since partnering with our network, the Phoenix has almost doubled the number of people it serves. In education, Kathy and Alex Cranberg were fortunate to go to schools that helped them discover their gifts and pursue their dreams. Now through ACE scholarships, they are helping students in failing schools have the same opportunities they had. Once ACE students find the right school for them, they outperform their peers on every academic measure. They are proving that given the opportunity, every child can succeed. Partnering with our network, Kathy and Alex have expanded ACE from 1 state to 8 states, with plans to scale much further. This will change the lives of tens of thousands more students. By improving government policy, Cesar Grajales saw an opportunity to help his community. Cesar and his family had fled from violence in Colombia to Miami with just $80 in their pockets. Overcoming enormous barriers, they built a successful business. As part of this network, Cesar has motivated thousands to work for policy reforms that remove barriers to opportunity for everyone. This includes restoring voting rights to formerly incarcerated men and women deserving of a second chance. In business, Sal Churi witnessed an injustice he couldn't accept. Established businesses in his community had created regulations to shut down local street vendors. Through his clinic for low-income entrepreneurs, he stood up for the vendors and won. Partnering with our network, Sal has now launched Trust Ventures. It invests in tech startup companies, overcoming unfair regulations so innovators can develop solutions to health, energy, and housing problems. If successful, they will improve millions of people's lives around the world. When I started 55 years ago, I never dreamed I would have the opportunity to partner with so many dedicated social entrepreneurs. We are all achieving so much more together than any of us ever could on our own, and we're just getting started. Anton Glucky started a gang when he was 14, but today he's uniting hundreds of current and former gang leaders and police officers to end senseless violence in Dallas. His group, Urban Specialists, is now expanding across the country. Amy Reese Anderson is using her experience as a business founder and CEO to mentor and fund students in Utah so they can create principled businesses as a force for good. Mike Rowe and Skills USA are preparing thousands more students for success in the skilled trades, meeting the widespread needs of businesses with job vacancies. Matt Bellina courageously used his suffering as an ALS victim to drive reforms in the FDA. He succeeded, and now thousands of terminally ill patients have the right to try experimental treatments that could save their lives. As these inspiring social entrepreneurs have empowered others, they've demonstrated this country is full of good people who, like every person in this room, are poised to make a profound difference. So let's stand together and move beyond our differences to unite with anyone to do right. By rising to the challenge, we can supercharge millions of social entrepreneurs and unleash the extraordinary potential in everyone. Thank you. What a great group here. This is a record, and so we're off to a good start here, so we thank you all for participating. We should have a great weekend, and I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you do too. But as I said in there, all of this activity is guided by this underlying philosophy of uniting with anyone to do right. So we're here to unite to help people improve their lives. And that's nothing new to you, because I know many of you have built your careers and built your success on that same philosophy. And that's what's motivating us to do even more. For example, when we help remove the barriers that are holding people back in whatever way, in the criminal justice field, in cronyism that is causing our two-tiered society, we develop extra meaning in our lives. So we all need to be feeling even better than we have, because this network has taken its effectiveness to a whole new level. And a large part of that is due to its partnerships with so many of you, but also because it's learned how to unite with people across the whole spectrum of viewpoints, different ideas, including those who have been adversaries in the past. And this attitude of holding against others who have different beliefs is tearing our country apart. And so what we need to do and what we're doing is bringing people together. And that's essential for us to have a country where everybody has the opportunity to lead a fulfilling life. And the good news is we have these efforts well underway. And all we need to do now is to continue to accelerate our progress. So see how easy it is? And the guy who's charged with leading that effort is our leader of the network, Brian Hook. So I'll turn it over to him.
Thank you, Charles. Piece of cake, right, guys? Well, let me join Charles in welcoming you all here. We couldn't be more excited to have you with us this weekend. As you've heard already, this is our largest group, and it's for good reason. You are already helping to change the trajectory of the country. Those stories that Charles just shared with you, that's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the effectiveness that you all help to drive with this network. And the way that we're going to continue to do this, to keep this momentum going, is one social entrepreneur at a time. And that's what those stories illustrate. Each one of them is a unique story, but each one of them, as Charles said, applies a common sense set of principles and lessons. And what we're going to do over the next couple of very intensive days together is apply those lessons to our efforts to continue to achieve scale. So some of those lessons, Charles already mentioned the first one, and probably the most important. We unite. By uniting with anyone to do right, especially at a time when too many people are apt to focus on our divisions, we can help far more people improve their lives. The second lesson is what you saw in those stories. You have transformed this network into a platform that connects and empowers social entrepreneurs across the country. And the impact of that is that they and we can be far more effective than either of us could be on our own. And then finally, it's all about partnerships, and you all know this very well firsthand. But this network is fast becoming the preferred partner for people who want to get good things done in this country, which is amazing, and that starts with all of you. So I want to unpack just quickly how these lessons play out in just one of those stories that you just heard from Charles, and that's the story of ACE scholarships and the work that Kathy and Alex Cranberg started with this network. So to begin, I know Alex and Kathy are here. I'm not sure where they are, but wave your hand. Let's give them a big round of applause for what they're doing. And this is where the power of partnership and the leverage of this network really comes in. What you didn't see in that story of ACE scholarships are the co-investors, people like KK Salem, who helped to bring ACE from Colorado to Houston. KK is a member of this network's new leaders group that's led by Chase Koch. And we happen to have our largest group of new leaders with us that we've ever had at any seminar this weekend. They're a phenomenal group of people. I hope you get a chance to interact with them. You also didn't see more on those incredible organizations. In this case, it was the team at ACE. Imagine what this entailed with ACE. Here's a very successful organization operating in one state. This team takes on the challenge to roll up their sleeves, do the hard work, re-envision their business plan so that they can expand nationwide. It's an incredible thing to get done. And then there are this network's capabilities. And as you'll see this weekend, these capabilities have never been stronger. And in the case of ACE, that's the team at Stand Together. So they're coming alongside Alex and Kathy and KK and the team at ACE to help supercharge their efforts. And there are literally dozens of other people, many of you who have been engaged in just this one partnership. And the outcome? ACE Scholars is now on a trajectory to increase their effectiveness by an order of magnitude. They're already operating in 8 states rather than just one, and they're not stopping anytime soon. And so when you look across this network's portfolio of investments, across education, public policy, communities, everything that we do, you're seeing this story play out over and over and over again. So as Kevin mentioned, Charles issued us a challenge the last time we all got together in Palm Springs just 1 year ago to grow our network's effectiveness by an order of magnitude. This weekend is all about helping you to find your role in allowing this network to achieve that goal. Because as we do, we will continue to help millions of people improve their lives. And we couldn't be more excited about getting started. So let's make this seminar the best one yet.